This is the clapper loader. And without me, there are no films. There was no Scream 5 without me, because I had to clap that clap blower for this movie. So, listen, it is late, and I am home now from seeing preview night, Scream 5. And you know how it is when you see a movie, and you've calmed down from the excitement. I hope that you've listened to my other video, my preview, which is before I went in to see it, and my immediate reaction when I came out. And this is my calmed down, thoughtful response about the movie discussion. And yes, there's going to be spoilers, and I decided to just go ahead and do this because I've got to get it out. So, as I go, okay, so look, I've got some complaints about the movie, but I can't complain because in the movie, literally, the reason why the movie exists is because of fan complaints. Can you believe it? So it's like calling me out, like, no, you can't complain. You're not a producer. You write fan fiction in your own mind, and you want to bring it forth to life. And yeah, no, I don't want to do that, but God, now that I thought about why I had problems with the movie, I go back into my fanfic mind because I think, okay, well, they should have done this better, they should have done this better, and they should have done this better. Oh my gosh, they call us out, guys. They call us fanfiction lovers, us wanting to rewrite scripts and redo and take things out of canon. They call us out. I love that because it doesn't make you think. This is not your project. I know. We love the characters that we were asked to love, right? And I'm referring to mostly Star Wars here. We were asked to love these characters, and so when we do love these characters, and the producers of the movies don't love them as much as we do, and create good stories, a nice sense of escapism, and then we're all bummed, and we create fanfic, right? Or at least I think fanfic. I don't write any, but so Scream 5 starts out with the proverbial, let's play a game. Can you answer some questions? Scene. This has been shown in the trailers, and of course, the next scene in the trailer is usually Sidney Prescott being called by Dewey, and they're like, okay, it's on again. You got to be careful, and from there we get introduced to literally everyone else in the movie. We get introduced to Sam, who is the main character's sister. I forget these characters' names. I may list them, but we get introduced to Sam and the boyfriend, the love interest, and we get introduced to the one who knows about the movies and the carrying soul that's really super kind and sweet, and we just get introduced to everybody. So we always have to be, we set up the characters. Prior to the movie playing, they played the trailer for Death on the Nile with Kenneth Branagh, and this would be the teenage version of Death on the Nile. Seriously. Because you've got all these people in the room. One of them's a killer. What do you do? How do you find out? How do you solve the mystery of who done it? And as a Columbo around this movie, one of the things I did have a bit of a problem with is, look, I don't know why it's so difficult sometimes to just have a character be concrete. Like, this is the character. And I felt like all of the characters were willy-nilly, and it could have been anyone, but there was no... Let me tell you this. This is absolute truth. This Scream 2022 is a reboot of the Scream franchise, but you've got a twist on the characters at this point. So instead of the Billy Loomis, again, spoilers, I'm going to put my spoiler alert. I'm sorry about that, but That's my spoiler alert if you don't want to know any more than I've already said. But you've got your characters, and then you've got your... So the new City Prescott is Sam Carpenter, and she is the love child of Billy Loomis, who, I don't know how, but she has some sort of odd flashbacks of him talking to her and in her mind, hallucinations, and she can't shake them, and I don't know, I wish there was a little more backstory on that. And it was good to see Skeet again. Hey guys, yes, Skeet's in the movie, Skeet Ulrich, if you are a fan of the original Scream. But again, it's with a twist. So the locations, interestingly enough, we don't have Sydney's house, but we have, Tara Carpenter, so Tara and Sam. So you have Tara's house, Tara and Sam's house, standing in for the Drew Barrymore's house from Casey's house from the first one. And then you have just a lot of different locations, of course. The entire third act in Stu's house is like almost beat for beat taken from it's from that location. So you're in the location of Stu's house, although the events are different, but it's still a reboot. In the sense that we are back at Stu's home, and what happens there, of course, all of the things at home attracts all that bad energy, and everyone doesn't survive, unfortunately. I really felt, I'm gonna put another spoiler alert, but you already know this. I just have to spoil alert this one because this is huge, and talk about the kills in the movie, and the one that really, really got me. I mean, totally gutted me. It was so painful to watch. They killed Dewey. Dewey was offed. But it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Do you know why? Because the killer, who also turns up later, of course, was shot. Yet later, she's walking around. Oops, oopsie. She's walking around with nothing wrong with her. No bulletproof vest or proof that she was wearing one. I don't know what happened. Dewey wasn't shooting in the air. He was shooting the person. So that little continuity flaw caught my eye and my mind, my memory. Like, how could that person be walking around if there were only 2 killers? Now, I think it would have been awful clever to have 3 killers. And if you know, there's a video, there's things that Kevin Williamson wanted to do with Scream, possibly having Stu survive and come back. So what they did was, instead of Stu surviving, they have the offspring of Billy, and having Stu and Billy referenced to in that way. So interesting. But they killed my Dewey. I can't believe it. I was so I was on the edge of my seat, sitting and watching, and just like, oh my God, David Arquette. Well, everyone, Ghostface gets them all, unfortunately. But, of course, the 2 ladies survive. Sydney and Gail. Nothing can slow them down. I'm looking forward to Scream 6. I'm going to stop it here because I'm just trying to figure out how that Ghostface survived that shooting. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 times Dewey shot, and no response. So, if the everything as it is also. So, what they've done is they've taken the characters and basically through conversation told you exactly who the killers are. Period. It's up to you to believe it, but we're looking for a more convoluted plot, and I think that's why just being straightforward and say, okay, these people are the killers, is what worked. Because everyone's thinking, no, it can't be that simple. Actually, it is that simple. And strangely enough, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. They did that and they still got me. I'm just, they got me. So yeah, I'll let it rest there. You let me know if you noticed any other continuity flaws in the film, like where characters were or different events and things of that nature. I'm curious. I might go see it again. I liked it a lot. But again, the reason why I didn't completely like it, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars, is because I just wanted a little more background of Sam. Although she did some explaining of herself, it just wasn't enough for me to invest in her the way I invested in Sidney Prescott from the original film. I think also because I was a little bit younger. I was around a little older than Sidney Prescott when the first Scream came out. So maybe I identified with her better then and not so much now. But again, it was a smoother course to run back then than it is now. I need a little bit more before I'm invested into Sam Carpenter. And plus, is she going to become an anti-hero because she let her father's spirit take over her? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Let me know if you've seen it. Let me know your thoughts. This is just a discussion. I may do a spoiler review, but I just wanted to get those thoughts out. I am the Clapper Loader, and without me, there are no films.